Oh, the Spotify thing is interesting. I had people hack into my Spotify, but it's so weird because why would you hack into someone's Spotify? Please, like, explain to me. Why would you do that? What's the purpose? What do you have to gain? There's no information you can use. They didn't even add any music to it, so I don't understand. It makes no sense. Top right. There you go. Space. Oh, I can actually jump. It's very weird to me. I mean, it wasn't too bad to fix. It's just like it's just a bother, really. But it's nothing like that breaks anything for me or makes me upset. Please make sure audio's on. It sure as hell is on. Yes, thank you.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
Yes.
My name is Davey Reedon.
Hey.
I wrote the Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Interesting.
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda.
Cool.
Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Nice.
And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts...
Okay. There is some weird, like, acceleration. No, what? I can guarantee you there's acceleration.
From the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
It's interesting how the game is just showing off different games. Whispering Whisper machine status active. Evacuate immediately. Oh. Ooh. Don't fucking do that. Don't scare me like that.
Whisper machine active. Shift destruction imminent.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Yeah, that. You can't do that. That's not cool.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
There's barely any audio. It's like the Half-Life audio.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Yeah.
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
I was just about to look down as he said that. That's how the universe looks, guys. Oh.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Yeah, because that's a lot of Wait, I want to see.
Or, if you'd really like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that too.
Ah! Look at that. That wasn't too. I mean, this is literally the second door you would take. Yeah. Oh, you can probably do that, yeah. Oh wait, I went into the wrong one. But it's not that rough, I mean. I'm gonna come back here after and just try it. Okay, I'm actually getting a little bit lost though, but.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the Whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the Whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
I don't know. I mean, it's basically a collection of games. This one game. Of a guy who never published his games.
This is not a branching point, unfortunately. The only option is to step into the beam.
Alright, well, is there anything else he says, or? But I don't want to die, Mom. I want to live. I want to live. Oh, almost did it. I'm just gonna jump in. I can always come back here. So sad.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
What? Why is the rice on my hand? I don't understand. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. Hey, that's a mace.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
I can't move.
Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
Oh. I've actually talked about a game like this before. I mean, not on stream, of course, but with my sibling and friends. The future
So
could
it's a
not be
short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Uh-huh. Wait. Oh, this path wasn't here before. She stops and looks. It becomes clearer. Yeah, but just because it uses Source Engine doesn't mean it's necessarily a Valve game. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find strength? To confront it.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Oh. You are now entering.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
I'm already intrigued, actually. I find it very
Oftentimes,
interesting to
Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
see. I find it
I wish I'd
interesting.
known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do? I know it's tempting, but there's actually nothing over here. Sorry.
It's nice to see how the development goes for like indie games and stuff like that. It's very nice. It's a congrats. I found something that you didn't. Oh, it's cool to see like the thought process. Don't tell me this is the full game. Oh, it gets slower. It's about like.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
I'm gonna walk. Wow, this is slow. I did beat the human wiki. I did. And we got the time. We got some time, right? He's not gonna comment on anything? Come on. So is this like to show fear of height? Is that it? The higher they got, the more scared they got, but they still wanted to reach the top. Yumi and Nikki, I haven't played that one before. Of course, I know about Yoboa, or how he's called because of that. What are you talking about? We're almost at the top. Oh. We almost made it. Come on, just push it to the limit. Look, I can't. Oh, I pressed E. No! No! I pressed E. I ruined everything. Kill me. He said enter, not E. He said E. Fuck. Okay. That ruined everything. Stand on an X. Staring at a bear for 3 hours. Oh, what's happening?
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
Looking, talking down.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Oh. Okay, that's very clever. Okay, that one I did like. I like that one very much. No, it's not creepy. It's nice. Also, Callie, I kissed the fish if you didn't know.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it. Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
It's not that hard. Yes. But write exclamation point and fish. Ooh. Wait, can I interact with them? I don't think so. Looks like a smiley though. Oh, they do. I didn't know that.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Oh, okay. What? No way! That's so much!
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Oh, we're back.
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game.
Oh.
There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
I'm really liking this game. It gives a bigger perspective to things in terms of like game development.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Why is there a 14 out of 15? That's because whenever someone subs to my channel or resubs, it fills up. So it's a sub goal, basically.
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
I don't think I can do that. Oh. I was just testing the limits. Didn't know this was a thing. No fall damage. Makes sense. It's an early development game in development. Can't get in there. Hardly. But yeah, I do want to have Strang and Icy on stream when I do have my drunk stream, which is what I've been trying to do. Who's Icy? Icy? He was in the 24-hour stream when I was playing Halo. He's been in a few other streams as well. He doesn't come around very often, but he is. He joins in every once in a while. Hey. Are you calling me a sheep? You're calling me a sheep. It doesn't let me go.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before
What?
letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that. No, don't go down. Okay.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else.
Come on.
Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Don't worry about that. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube if you really want to see how it went down. But don't worry about it. You had a plush of me and Strang at when you were 2, damn. Very different, like, scenery in each area.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
3 dots again back there. I missed it. It's not square. It's triangle, bruh. I didn't say that, did I? I said scenery. I found the scenery to be very different in each area. You there, did you come
Here,
from up
Coda
above?
begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Was a world stamped with whiteness? Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. That's the world above. You've seen it. This is important. How did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and a switch? I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Please let us. Tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Huh. But I do. We need to get there. You understand that this is an important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you. There is nothing I want. Keep the phone. But it's Q. The door opened. Thank you. Oh. Well, how did you get there? Was there a puzzle you had to pass? No, we actually found the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Why would I care about space? And actually, now that I'm feeling strange as I pass over here. I don't recall space between the. Don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again soon.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Yeah, and then a vastly different scenery again. Very interesting.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
I think you can, but I'm not very good at it. Connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. Notes you see are left by other players. Nice room. Note. How do I leave note? How does one leave note? It's not really online though.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was over enthusiastic, but he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
No point to this. That's a lot. Oh my god, don't tell me I have to read all of them. Well, holy shit. Can you guys hear me? Can I make that jump? Oh, I can't even make it there. Okay, never mind. Hello. Reasonable.
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Everyone read this. Hey!
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Do you be doing this for anything else? I'm playing this. I can type here. Too many messages in this area. Why? Running out of space, soon we will suffocate. Cool cabin, bro. In a world full of notes, one man will read all of them. This summer, you'll believe blue speech bubbles can talk. Do you feel like a hero yet? This game is no nice. I feel like it when I could. What? I would like it when I could. Do not be afraid, do care. I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I am crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must go now to do that. Jesus Christ. How is there wood and grass and concrete here? What the fuck? Balls. I want to tell you a secret. Once upon a time, I did define fun. I'm king of the world. I guess you are. So many notes. What the shit is this cavern? Yeah, you remember that. Boring. I can assure you, guarantee that there is an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. Who the fuck are the sailors? Why are they looking for an acorn? Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. I refuse to believe. But need to go to the frickin' bathroom. Recognize me, please. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. Free t-shirt. Need other side door. Why use so? Mixed game includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. Open sesame. Door how open? Someday I will meet the person who made this. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. New room. You hear the chimes? They keep you going, don't they? would like very much to be desired. It's not very crowded here. Scared of writing something. Don't want to feel judged. You can go in here, I think. Don't bother. Welcome, congratulations. I don't really know where to go with this. Again, where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. This is where I get off. I failed to write anything here. I am compelled. Stop, turn back, proceed further will only result in misery. Take my hand, let's jump together. Ah, it didn't work. You love my voice acting. 10 out of 10 voice acting. I know, I should be a voice actor, right? Cabbage shapes our nation. Yes. What is that painting? I don't know. Oh, that's a lot more to read. Does not matter if you ever get over there. Hey, don't talk about me that way. I'm sorry. Very good game. I think this is not going anywhere. Next time I will do better. I need someone to talk to. This is a note? Is this a note? Don't listen to the other notes. Okay. I'm not safe. Today I learned you cannot fall off. Ethical. Stop faking it. Painting, what does it mean? Whoever made this has issues. Well done, all of you. Who are all of you? Hey, guys. How's it going? Just hanging. Oh, it's art. It's art. I think it's about how things look messy from up close and perfect from far away. From up here, it just looks like dots. Cabbage shapes our nation. Oh, it comes back. We will all die someday. Stop pretending you are other people. Spoilers, it doesn't mean anything. It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck. I saw a person walking down there. Now, it won't come back. Devil Tower Star. The painting. It's beautiful. Devil Tower Star. He was himself the horrible creature he could imagine. Maybe I'll feel real someday. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, we're all here now. We're all here now. There must be a reason, though. His terrible secret. He kept it well. I beat the game! No, you didn't. More
At the
room.
end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
Scared
Each
of
of
writing
these
something.
games
Go on,
represents
Phil.
an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next
That's
one.
pretty deep. Escape, escape, escape. Need an escape. Cut it up and spread it between worlds. Almost there. I have seen everything. I have traveled the world. I have never told anyone. I wish there were notes in the real world. So sad. Become one with the spiraling nonsense. Downward, keep
In each of his
digging.
games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Close your eyes and wish for it really bad. The whispering isn't that bad, but in general, I hate this kind of whispering sound. Almost at the end. Oh, for the love of God. Okay. Is this supposed to have a solution? God, I have been here for literally an hour. What the fuck do I do? Help! Help! This doesn't make sense. The second door won't open. Shit, how do you solve it? Developer, please answer.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
I'm heading back to the start, guys. Later, guys. Huh. No answer, I think. There's no second switch. No solution. Guys, it's not so bad in here. Fart? Oh, this? Yeah, I think it is. No, I mean, no, I didn't. How do you guys do notes? Are you there? Please say something. Is there anything here? I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. I didn't let out a fart though.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. All right. Am I just gonna jump into a well and die? We're gonna jump into the well and die. What is happening up there? You love this game? Okay. Oh, we're in the well. Never mind.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Okay. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? How about a TV with a refrigerator? Put a giant hole in the room. Oh. Let's try the TV. Okay, now what about along the wall? 10 stoves lined up along the wall. Really like a washing machine. Let's put a huge picture of a horse. Yeah. There's no horse here. I think we should light up this room a little bit. A skylight. Full ceiling window. Let's open this up, baby. Let's open this baby up. Thinking 10 to times 12. Recessed electric 6-inch soft flat ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. We'll put like live Tesla holes in each corner. Yeah. Let's go with the one again. Yeah, he's not giving a fuck about my decisions. At a table, I have a table. Where are you? Where are you exactly doing this from? Pretty sure none of my choices are correct. Tables were invented in 1935. Yep. That's
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
It's a bit weird, I have to be honest, yeah.
So okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Okay. Please walk forward. What happens if I walk backwards, huh? Okay, I can't walk anymore. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. Alright, Kelly, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good night's sleep, and I'll see you next time. First, click on the table. But if I'm listening to him, isn't that me making my own prison, right? I'm trying to figure out this story. Go over there. Ah, the dots. Go over to the photo frame and click on this. On to turn it slightly. Yeah, same here. Turn on the floor lamp in this room, then turn it back on. Off and on, okay. I go to the left side of the sofa, move it over a little. Finally touch the shelves. Shelves, yeah. That's it. In our real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Oh, fuck you.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop, that particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Oh, this is vastly different. Lamppost, which means it's the end of the game. Okay, let me in. Ah, I walk into my own prison. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was the furniture in the main.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
I was in the escape tutorial. That's where I am right now. Oh, I'm so glad to know that I get out eventually. What's it like to escape? See, I'm already forgetting what being in prison is like. Strange, but in a way I kind of miss being in prison. It feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. It's really bad now. But I need a friend. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly the same as before. Now I'm really the same person now as I was back then. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person anymore. Oh, good. That's nice to hear. Makes me feel really happy. Age just kind of does that, you know. I'm still me, but I'm not somehow. It's hard to describe. Really, remember to enjoy being who you are right now. If you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? I think I'm the first person to. Yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. I don't know what's going on. What do you do to get out of it? All they told me was to be sincere. They told me how I felt about it. You just talked to me. Huh, wait. I want to see where this goes. That freed you? How does that work? So you can't know until you're out, but I promise. Just tell me how you feel. I feel afraid that nothing will ever change. Go on.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
That is true. That is true.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Well, it is nice to be told that everything is gonna be okay.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Ooh, this is not nice. Oh, the one behind the house, so. You mean this one up here?
Just so you're aware, nothing will happen up here until you've been inside the house.
Oh. Can we get enough momentum to get on? We might be able to get enough momentum to actually get on top of the house. Come on. Oh, I lost all momentum there. Yeah, I keep on losing momentum when I jump from this side, but I need a little bit more height, that's the thing. Oh, jump, for the love of God. Yeah, that's not doing it. So I have to perfectly time it. I mean, you can probably do it, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. Yeah, I'm not spending too much time on this. I can see if I can crouch jump from this area. That's a bit more reasonable. Jump, please. Oh, don't push me down. Hey, I made it up. Look at that. I mean, there is nothing special here, but There was nothing up there. If I can break out of the map, then we're talking about a different thing. But I don't think I can make it up there. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen. Ooh, I did not see that guy until now. Please, for the jump. Jump. I'm telling you to jump. Yes, a stick. What a discovery. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh. That doesn't look good. Oh, okay, I can try that. I can't try that. It's too late. Glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and
You'll notice that the
miserable.
quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on.
Everyone knows.
From here on out, he
Lonesome
begins
House
putting
make
much
music.
more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Though I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes. Don't worry about me. I'll place this nice. I'll be glad to stay here all night. Make home loners. Are you cleaning this whole place? That's just for you, little one. Don't worry though. Don't worry now. We'll be through this mess in no time. I promise you'll wish there was more. Why don't I finish up here, and in the meantime you could please clear the table. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? No, 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 no. While you're in there, why don't you strengthen the rug out a bit? All the little details matter. You enjoy being a house cleaner? How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. Plan of work, you let go of those judgments real fast. May not be your apartment, but something in your life needs straightening up. You think you got nothing that needs cleaning? Be careful, because that means it's everything. At any rate, my place is just to see a bit of peace brought here. Speaking of wood, see the pillows on this couch are a wreck. You come out and straighten them. There, it looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? I get especially cheesy. I'll try to get by. Do you absolutely have to? Let's make the... No. No, it was stupid. Sorry, never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come? Why don't you come to do that? Thank you. As I checked, the tub needed cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best as you can? No need to be perfect, we're all just human. That's a pretty good job, though. Are there still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? Perfect. Now then, how come you come and cleared
After the
these dishes
intense
up
set of prison games, this house
off the
cleaning
table?
level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
How do you do it? Are all houses this easy to clean? Do these chores ever end? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you absolutely got to own it. Otherwise it owns you, so why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you?
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
And present you want to smooth out the rug, leave it or not, trust me on this one. What is happening? We're doing the same tasks. Like the tub's gotten dirty, would you mind tidying it up? Then when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying it. Get it, that's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. Yeah, you're right, that's pretty cheesy. There is a bit of truth in it, no? Anyway, so, housekeeping. Let's keep doing it. Books, would you please clean up the books, thanks. Motherfucker, I've been cleaning up the books already. How did he keep on falling over? Dude, those pillows are over a real mess.
I'm glad he found some peace.
Would you go over and straighten them out? I can't have these folks coming over home to a messy couch. You go over and straighten the question.
But,
enjoy
of
this?
course, it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Oh, this wall came down. Do I take care of my soul? I could be better at cleaning. Yeah, I could be. If I'm being truthfully honest. But I try to. And that's it.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Items you
This
love
one gets a bit
as
goofy.
members only. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? I'm the only one here. Just get a bit better job? Most likely that. To make your relationship more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is better human than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself, compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how do we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so easy.
Shifts.
being perfect is effort. What the fuck? What the fuck? What just happened? String. Hey. You shouldn't say that about yourself. This is the key. How to achieve with it with another.
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
On the way to work, I told an elderly person to start contributing. So kids should not follow their. Well, let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. I still love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Being alone must be awful. What the fuck are these? If you're torturing your... Oh, wait. Let me tell you. You're torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life. You're not doing it right. Do you understand what you do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Seeking out only one thing. What is the easiest, simplest path for you? I'm developing assist. Hey Storm, welcome to the stream. There's no truth, there is no path. Anyway, anyone wants to do some ecstasy? Just kidding. What if I'm not a good teacher? Do what is easiest, do what is simplest, feel what is true. Holy shit, you guys, something is coming out of the back of the room. Look out! Nothing. No. It's coming for you. It's going to destroy you. Everybody run.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way and completely miss
What?
all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
Is Jerry here? You will never know.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
He's not here. I guess Jerry's not here. Yeah, he's not here. Hello. Fita. From the beginning, please, places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against the wall. Oh. Good, stay right there. Run across the room. In this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello. Oh, that's it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. Okay. I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are all my hopes and dreams. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm super scared right now. No, that's not what I said to her at all. Completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel for the setting. There are a lot of people around. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones will bounce when you touch them. Will represent the people now. Now talk to her. You must have worked really hard to make it here. I bet that you've learned to lean into the pain. What are you saying? You're messing up again. Figure out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. You realize how important this was for me. I'll never get another opportunity like this. Everyone was writing this. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Okay. Stop! I can't understand. Oh. You guys are not cool. Just being mean. Okay, now this is
The
working.
game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting himself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with his person, to bring him closer.
That was
But
terrifying.
what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Guys, please. Mobius Strip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Oh.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise.
Huh.
And there is a solution, by the way.
What's going on? Someone talk to me. I can't see anything. Oh, I have to be honest. Okay. Okay. I fucked up again. No! It's a door. Do I have to go back to school?
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I'm not sure how things will work out for you guys. I've been reading chat, but what am I supposed to say? I've been reading chat. There's not much. I mean, there's not much for me to respond to here. I'm reading chat. Fuck. I'm out of ideas. Keep going. Keep talking. Haven't been honest. I can't figure out how to say the thing. Thought it was going to be easy. I'm stuck in it. I'm alone. Going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Okay, wait. You guys are writing way too much in Dutch. I can't read that. I already did it. I already did. Well, you can't blame me though. You really can't blame me because I've said this before. I confuse German and Dutch, and then it doesn't help when at times, you know, Gerda Storm is talking about being Dutch, and then you're talking about being German. It's not on me though. All right. Hello. Where am I? What is this? Hello. Where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Hello? Is anyone there? that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong with the plot? Completely out of the why. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give to my work. Oh no. Happened, did something change? It was a machine that kept me going when it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine. Wait, you're looking for a machine. I think I know where it is. It isn't far. I need to see it to know why it stopped. Yeah, you can time out. Just don't abuse it.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
I can take it. I can take you to it, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal. Doesn't matter what I say, does it? I'm going to end up there one way or another, right? I pressed 3. Oh my god. Perfect. Come along, I'll show you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Now what? I have to close the first door. Wait, I should be on 112. That means someone unfollowed. What the fuck? What's next? Now, press the switch. That was simple.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Okay, here we are. What are you talking about? There is no machine. They're just words on the walls. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say the game development is simple and joyous, that you love it 100% of the time. But that it was true. So I'll keep saying the creation is easy. This is so depressing.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
This is very
This
sad.
is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten.
Guys, stop time
I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop. But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Yeah, that was very depressing. See you later, Storm. Got to see you right safely. We've captured a machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. It only gets worse. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing. You should... I didn't get to read that last part. You stopped.
And of course, it's the machine.
Oh, thank you. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us healthy. These people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creation that any of us can go through it every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you? So here's what needs to happen. You need to go out and apologize, and you have to admit to people that you allowed them to suffer. I've done so. Apologize for leaving. No, nothing. Think carefully. I didn't know how to hurt you. I've seen the thing before. And I will apologize to the people on your behalf. Okay. Falls to me to deliver bad news. I have a troubling revelation. Not apologize to us. The machine refused to admit that it deliberately hurt. my fan base. What? But it's not important. We are stronger than it means we are. We will find a way to live without it. We don't need its games. Okay, and that does show it that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy everything that this. Oh my God! I have to choose. I don't know. Oh. Make sure your work is good. I'll make sure you are known forever. That what you're scared of, exposed to the view of others every day, forever.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Ooh.
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work? So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of. Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's very heavy, very saddening to see. But yeah, I'll talk more once I'm done.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work, because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
But it's beautifully made. I mean, look at that design.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Ouch.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Man, that's just a horrible maze. Why would you do that? Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Again, it's beautifully made, but it's weird.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
No, I tried. You can't fall off.
But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a
Damn,
failure
Coda.
for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Yeah, what did it mean?
And he wouldn't.
Did I see a... I thought I saw a visual glitch, but no. Never mind. It was just the light.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up? I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Damn.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable. And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Shit. I don't know how to feel. Hello, Gorolius. Welcome to the stream.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
How are you doing?
What does that mean?
Do I play PUBG? I don't. I played it like a few years ago, a few times, but I haven't played it since.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
I knew it.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your
Yeah, I was
work,
just about to say,
but
you're doing the
I
same thing.
can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Okay. I really don't know what to say.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution.
That's cool. Yeah, it's very depressing. Not at all
I guess
what I
if
had in
someone
mind.
had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you. If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
It's so depressing. It's so depressing. You know,
What now?
I can only laugh, I guess, because anything else would just be too upsetting.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Yeah, it's something. Oof. Man, this is, oh my god, this is so depressing. It's pretty bad. Oh shit, that's the thing from the start. Hmm. Oof.
Turn back.
I gotta mute this song. Cause,
Turn back from this cave.
okay. Um. Yeah. It's pretty depressing to see. um. I don't know what the takeaway is. I could say, don't put pressure on yourself or others or whatever, but it's like, who am I to give that lesson? um the only thing I can say is, don't let other people judge you. Don't live your life letting people judge you. Um, yeah, that's all I can say really. um, yeah, this took a turn. I think it's an important note that you do what's right for you, and yeah, I guess you find your own path. I guess I don't know what to say, man. I'm super depressed. um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't even do that for probably. I have to get out of this game for a second. This got way too depressing. Yeah, you know what? We can spin the wheel just to get something different into our heads. Yeah, that's a good idea. Good job. Um, there we go. Again, I haven't updated it, so it might be a little bit off. It's not letting me spin. Let me spin it. I can't even spin it. Yeah, it's not working. Alright, I gotta drink 2 full glasses, huh? You guys are great. You know what? Let's finish. I'm gonna finish this on a high note. I don't want to leave, super depressed. I don't think that's gonna help anyone. But yeah, I can't spin the wheel. One more glass. Okay. Um. Everything is horrible. Yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna play Half-Life modded. God, I need something uplifting. You know what? I'm gonna show you something, just a little something, cause I already recorded this a while back. I'm just gonna show you a snippet of it, and then I'll end the stream, cause I have to go. All right. Let's see if I can get this to work though. Let's see here. Right, I have to switch to a different tab. Yeah, this is gonna be look a little bit different, but ooh, not all of them. Not all of them. Wait, just give me a moment here. Again, that's not the right one. There you go. It's gonna launch it. I can't leave it on this note. I don't I try to entertain. That's my goal, kind of thing, you know. So if I leave it on a bad note, I just don't feel good. This is the first Halo game, okay? And you guys know how I feel about Halo, but this one is a little bit different. So I'm just gonna show you guys a sneak peek, and then that's it. Oh wait, Bob. Okay, just gonna go with that.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers,
please.
the Truth and Reconciliation.
This is not right. Okay.
The ship is currently holding
just trust
position
me, it's gonna be
approximately
really
300
fucking
meters
funny.
above the
You
other end
just
of this
have to
plateau.
wait, okay? Just
So
a
how do we
moment.
get inside the ship if it's in the air?
It's just a sneak
core
peek.
issue
Just,
be a
you're
rifle, not
gonna
wings.
understand.
There's a gravity lift that ferries
What
troops and
this,
supplies
whole
between
thing
the
is.
ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be
You'll
able to lock
understand
on to
very
the tracking
fast what
signal
this
from
is.
Captain Key's neural implants.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us
Also,
by
this
the
is
hour.
way too zoomed in. Okay, well, I guess that's how it is. You see this gun, it's not supposed to do that. You see that? How it kind of moves like a wobbly thing, you know? Hear that? Sound effect. That's not right. What happens if I throw a grenade? Ah, shit. Okay, well, copyright. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, so this is something I've been recording. I'm currently working on part
Go,
1,
go, go.
but
The Corps
it's
ain't paying us by
hilarious,
the hour.
and you'll see why it's so hilarious. Okay, well, not again. I don't want to. It's the same one again, but it's all random, like these ones. Like funny trees and stuff like that. You can download this free. If you're feeling a little bit down from what I played, then definitely go download this. It's super fun. One more time with the Marines.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour.
All right, that's it. I wanna thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, at least some kinda. I don't know. If you did, consider leaving a follow if you haven't already. For watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed it somehow, leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch to catch me live. I have a Twitter, you can follow me there, and I have a Discord, you can join me there. But yeah, with that, what am I streaming tomorrow? I'm not streaming tomorrow. So I'll be back on Thursday. But what I'm streaming on Thursday, I don't know. Maybe Fall Guys. Maybe I'll announce a new game off stream. I really don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, evening, morning, wherever you live, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye, guys.